Hi. This is my first time doing a review. I'm Tier, and this is Britt. Say hi. Okay. Um, Pretty much, this is for the book series, Born at Midnight. Can you see that? It's shiny, reflective, pretty cover. It's by C.C. Hunter, and it was out 2011, and it's by St. Martin's Press.
How many pages is it?
There are 398 pages, so it's not bad. So, pretty much, the main character in the story is going to be Kaylee Gallen, and she, after a party gone wrong, she gets sent to Shadow Falls, which is supposed to be for troubled teens. And then once she gets there, she kind of learns that it's not really for troubled teens. It's more on the supernatural, paranormal side, where you have werewolves, fairies, vampires, shapeshifters, just all different kinds of supernaturals that are at this camp, kind of learning about themselves, about who they are, their powers, and just kind of how to live in the normal world, the human world. And kind of throughout the process, you get to see the connections that she has with all the different people that she meets, like the camp leader, her two roommates, and then the two guys that become her love interests. And yeah, it kind of sounds like a love triangle, but kind of considering their characteristics, it kind of makes it different. So, pretty much, by the end of it, she kind of realizes that she belongs there. Not kind of sure how exactly, but she does. And then, pretty much, overall, the story is good. The plot kind of starts out kind of slow as you're kind of learning about her normal life, or what she perceives to be her normal life, and kind of the different things that lead up to her going to Shadow Falls. And then it's a little slow while she's there. She's just kind of trying to figure out, okay, why the heck am I here? I don't belong here. Y'all are just freaks. And then as it progresses more, she kind of learns that she really does belong here. There's really no denying it. And kind of, it also, basically it just sets this whole series. It starts it. And you kind of learn a little bit about each individual character. So you've got Holiday, and she's the camp leader. Really sweet, really awesome. Like, kind of one of those big sister types. And so, she's very helpful and very caring and compassionate about all of her campers. And then you've got Delia, and she is a vampire. And she is one snarky and pitchy vampire. But she is awesome. She really is. Then you have Miranda, who is the witch. And with her, she's kind of more on the girly side, even though this girl has like black hair with like all these multiple colored like streaks. And just kind of like this, I don't know, at first I kind of thought she was more like a goth girl, but as the series goes, like, she's kind of like, I would say she's kind of like me. Like, all these different things wrapped in one. But one thing is for sure is that she's caring, and she's kind of like into the whole gossip and really into boys. Like, super boy crazy. And then you have the two guys, the two love interests. Derek is the Fae, and he's compassionate, he's caring, he listens, he's just super attractive, like smoking hot, and he has just all these great personalities and characteristics. And then you have Derek, not Derek, Lucas, sorry, who is the werewolf, and he kind of shares this kind of secret past, and it's secret because nobody else knows, not even his own grandmother, who, I guess this is gonna turn into spoilers, that he supposedly lived with or grew up with, even though the truth is, and how he knows Kaylee, is that he used to live next door to her with his parents. And that's kind of frowned upon because his parents are rogues, which is kind of like, it's kind of one of those really hard things to explain, just because you have all these different things. You have this supernatural community, which has their own kind of supernatural government, which works with our government. And then you have rogues and gangs and all these other different aspects that play into it. Overall, the book is good, even with the slow start. The writing style is very good, very unique, especially with Delia's innuendos to certain stuff, like sexual stuff or making out or all this other stuff. But pretty much, overall, I would say maybe about 4 stars to 4.5. Just because it starts off slow, but the writing style and everything and the characters are really good. And they're, throughout the series, they develop. So it's kind of like you first learn about somebody, but you can still see them growing as it continues. My favorite characters, even though I love Kaylee, I would still say that my favorite is going to be Delia, just because I love the whole snarkiness. And then if we're gonna talk about the guys, yeah, I'm kind of at a loss for words. I mostly go for the bad ones, so I'm gonna have to go with like Lucas, because he's all the brooding and just mysterious and just, oh my gosh. But it's kind of one of those where you fall in love with each of the characters with their own uniqueness and own ways. And there's angst. There's a lot of angst. So if you love angst, this book is just the beginning of the angst. It gets more angstier or angsty during like the second and then so forth, and it's just,
There's more angsty goodness to come.
oh yes, there really, really is. So if you're like me and you love the angst, you will love this. It is good. But it's kind of one of those where you can really relate to it, which is really good, because that's kind of how you know it's a really good book, when there's like some kind of aspect of it where you can relate to the characters or the main character. So I'm almost at 10 minutes, so I'm going to kind of wrap this up. I would recommend this book. Kind of like if you like paranormal romance or just the supernatural in general, just because you have all these different supernaturals all together in one area, and then you're kind of learning this, like, the universe full aspect of it, their world. So it's really good, even if you kind of like more on the romance side, or if you just like on the adventure side, or if you just like this genre in general. So this officially wraps up my first ever review. I hope you like it, and I hope it kind of makes you want to check it out at least. not like actually seriously get into it, just check it out. Alright? Bye! Say bye.
Bye.
Alright.